Good afternoon from Southeast Asia. I'm sorry I've been off for a while and my voice is toast. Or, you could say my voice is effed. Okay, now we're on YouTube. We can't say what we want. We got to, appeal to the delicate sensibilities of the snowflake censors. That's what we're doing. We're appeasing the censors. Okay, so today's topic. People fall down, right? Well, I don't have any friends that do, but there's a percentage, there's a segment of the population of, I was going to say the world. No, it's not true. There's a percentage of the population of all Western countries that, falls down. They just fall down. It's like I used to ride Rustler Patrol for a really big ranch, 1,100 sections, 640 acres per section. And I rode the horses all day and all night, looking for rustlers. And when we caught them, we'd shoot the engines out of their car, their trucks usually, and leave them. It was a lot of fun. It was a pretty good job. Didn't pay very much. But anyway, the point is, we went through a lot of horses, or I did, 2 or 3 a day, usually wear them out. And so I got to know a lot of horses, and I learned a lot about a lot of horses. And the one thing that stands out in my mind from all those years of doing that is that some horses fall down, some don't. There's certain kinds of horses that fall down and other kinds of horses that don't. So we're not talking about horses, we're talking about people, but it kind of sort of equates, So the way this whole stupid thing came up was that we make podcasts about aliens, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them over many years. They do not fall within the parameters of, limp-wristed snowflake censors. And so they're not on YouTube because they would be banned instantly, probably every single one of them. But we make podcasts about aliens. Okay, we do it for a long, long, long time. And we've covered 1,400 cases of supposed contacts with aliens. We got 8,000 cases in our database left to go. And we were going through those. We were making a podcast of those the other day, and we just choose these cases at random through the database, and we go, well, here's a case of Bob Smith, and he sees some aliens, and the aliens come down and they probe him, it's Grizzly, it's like that. And then, so that takes 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. And then we go to the next case, and here's a case of, Martha hears a noise in the barn, and she goes out there, and there's aliens stealing her pigs, okay, so that's another case. And it's just, it just runs a gamut. There's, it just runs a gamut of every kind of thing you could possibly imagine, and all kinds of things you would never imagine this side of a halcyon dream, So in the one podcast, for some weird random reason, we kept running across these stories where people were they're being approached by aliens, or so they claim, theyclaim.com. You can go there to read their claims, theyclaim.com, or alienanalprobe.com. Lots of places have our podcasts, all the RSS feeds, whatever. And in this one episode, we kept running across these stories of people who said, yeah, man, we were out walking on this trail, we were hiking, and aliens came. And they started coming towards us, and so what would we do? We ran, because that's what you do if the aliens are coming, right? You run like hell, because you don't know what the hell, maybe they're going to eat you. Maybe they're going to eat parts of you. That's worse. It's better they just eat the whole thing. You're dead in a few minutes, and then you don't really care about what happens after that. But if they just eat parts and then they leave, that's worse. I think that sucks. I'm not sure. You have to do a poll on that, And we thought, what the heck? what's going on with all this cluster of cases where people say the aliens are coming? But there was one component of these that was puzzling. In this cluster of cases, in many, many cases that we covered in that podcast, the guy and the girl see the aliens, whatever the scenario, and they're running, and the girl falls down. What do? You're the guy. What do you do? So that got us thinking, This is something you got to think of way, way, way beforehand. You got a girlfriend. You got to think this through, before this shit happens. So you got a girlfriend right now, right? You got a wife, you got a little woman. Or you're a guy and you got a boyfriend, or it doesn't matter. You got a significant other, whatever. And you got to map this out in your brain before it happens. So what are you going to do? Aliens come, or, whatever other scenario, and you got to run, you got to hoof it. And your other half, they fall down. Now, in the world out on the Serengeti, you're a caveman. And, the hyenas are coming, or the lions, the chupacabras, whatever. You're walking along with a girlfriend. Maybe you got a couple of rabbits or a couple of rats or a snake or some damn thing. You're carrying it back to the cave. You're going to cook it up. And you got 300 meters to go, And girlfriend's walking 10 feet behind, like they do. Because that's in the genes. I don't know, I guess. I don't know what the hell. And actually, there's a reason for it. I'll tell you in a minute. There's a reason that God programmed them to walk 10 feet behind. You want to know the reason? Okay, the reason is, the man in God's eye. Okay, lady. Sometimes I need to be punished. Okay, so when I say bad things, you can do that. Oh, suck, that hurts. Oh, God. Okay, so in God's eyes, or in the eyes of the great pumpkin, or Allah, or what's that other one? Buddha. The manly man is more important than the girl. No, really, read your Bible, okay? Probably says so in the Quran too, I don't know. I don't care, but God knows this. Everybody knows this. The man is more important. So here's the deal. You got the man and the other. The lady, usually the lady, whatever. God wants the man to survive. And the lady's expendable. I'm not saying this shit. God said this. And, so God has programmed them, something, the ladies. He's programmed them genetically to walk 10 feet behind. And the reason for that is, you map this out in your brain. It's pretty obvious, right? You're walking, and you're 300 meters from the cave, from the safety of the cave, because there you got fire and you got sharp sticks and shit like that. So, you make it to the cave, you're pretty much good, But the hyenas, they're watching you. And they don't really give a rat's ass about the stinking rabbit you got, They're looking at you. And they're creeping, like Wile E. Coyote. Behind the tree. They're sneaking up from behind. And who are they going to get first? The lions, the chupacabras, the hyenas, it doesn't matter. Who are they going to get first? If the woman is 10 feet behind, who are they going to get first? They're going to get the woman. And that's God's will. Really, it is. And what happens then? They get the woman, and that gives the man just a few seconds to bolt. Okay. And that's part of God's plan. That's what he wants. Because that way more men will survive. So you got to think this through. I mean, back in the Serengeti days, it was a no-brainer. You run. You hear a little commotion and some dust behind you, and it's like one of those cartoon fights, big ball of dust and the leg is sticking out and the arm is sticking out, and the chupacabras are on her, man. They're on her. And in those days, we didn't really have any morals. Well, we don't anymore anyway, but you bolt. That was programmed into your brain. But now we got this moral shit going on. And we got this twisted idea that the chupacabras come, you got to go back and help the girl, That's they call it chivalry, I think, or something like that. Some other synonyms. I don't know what they are. I don't really care. So we're at a disadvantage today in the modern world. Now, I've had this happen quite a few times, and that's why it struck a nerve with me, going through these alien stories where the guy and the girl, aliens are coming, and you know damn well what they're going to do. You know it. I mean, what's the name of our website? alienanalprobe.com. You know what the hell is coming. You know this. And you don't want it, right? Well, I mean, some guys do. The majority, probably 51% of the male population doesn't want to be alien anal probed. So, since I've had this happen with girlfriends, that struck a nerve with me. All these girls falling down, and I got to thinking about it. And I remember in times when I was walking along with some girl somewhere, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, didn't matter, whatever, because you remember this shit. And I remember one case, it was a rainy day, a nice drizzly day in a northwestern city back in the U.S., and walking along with this girl. She's okay, nice girl, whatever, average, nice girl, properly genetically coded to walk 10 feet behind. I really hate that, but it's God's will. You can't go against God's will. Whatever will be, will be. You just let it happen. And so she's back there, and it's a drizzly day. It's a really pleasant day, no wind or anything like that. It's just drizzle. And we were going shopping. We're downtown. And we're crossing the street. Big old crosswalk, smooth and nice. And everything's just fine. And you hear you hear like this, fluttering of gargoyle wings behind you. If you're older and experienced, damn well, you know what happened. And you turn, you think, oh God, and you turn, and you catch the last, second or two of the crash. Usually what happens is they trip over like a flattened cigarette butt, I don't know why. Part of God's plan. They're just predisposed to it. And so they've tripped over the cigarette butt. It's flattened from all the cars, but still, it's like this up. Let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, I turned it. Okay. So they trip and they go down. And the weird thing that happens in all these cases is you're walking at, what do you walk? You walk at 3 miles an hour, it's pretty slow. I mean, they're running, for God's sake. There's nobody around her, 20 feet. There's nobody around her. Nobody freaking pushed her. But when she hits the wet pavement, you would think there's really no inertia there, you know? You just go down, you go, and you go down. No, she slides. She slides. You know, part of it is that slick painted crosswalk, white paint, you know, that it's slippery. And so, you know, you go down on that, it's going to be like a slip and slide a little bit, you know, you got to slide along. I don't know where they get this inertia because they're, you know, 3 miles an hour, but they'll slide, I don't know, seems like 8, 9 feet. And the thing that instantly happens is the purse busts open because all purses have a mechanism inside. It's a little spring thing. And it senses. Nobody knows they're in there. It senses when they go down. And when they go down, the spring thing pops. It's just go punk. It ejects all the contents of the purse. You know, if not for the spring thing, okay, the purse would open probably and a few things would fall out. You know, the lipstick and the makeup and I don't know, whatever the hell they carry in there. No one even knows. It's like a little black hole. But that never happens. What happens is that spring thing ejects it, forcefully ejects it, okay? So everything comes out. And so she has slid 8 or 9 feet on her face on the wet pavement. No, it's not fun. You have to be an asshole to make fun of that, wouldn't you? And it's terrible. Sorry. I am too old and jaded to be bothered by too many things anymore. Okay, so she has slid her 8 or 9 feet, her requisite 8 or 9 feet, but then the contents of the purse, they continue on for another 20. And all this shit, you know, a lot of it rolls. You know, the lipstick rolls and rolls and rolls. And then some car, you know, runs over it. Right about then, some kid on the other side of the street, standing on the sidewalk, you know, he goes down. He goes down in a lump. Doesn't slide or anything. He just goes down. And, you know, the parents run to him. Oh my God, what happened? And they pick him up and, you know, he's got a red hole in the middle of his forehead. And the wife just screams, oh my God, he's been shot. He's been shot. My baby is dead. Oh God. And the husband jumps up and he's looking for the shooter. You know, God, the son of a bitch must have a silencer. You know, I never heard nothing. Oh, I'll find him. And then right about that time, the kid wakes up. Well, it was just a freaking lipstick, you know, car ran over it, made it squirt out from the little applicator thing and it flew across like a bullet, hit the kid in the forehead. You know, that's all it was. But that shit happens pretty regularly, you know. And it's unfortunate, you know, the kid's traumatized. But anyway, so girlfriend is down. So, I mean, there's no chupacabras, there's no lions, there's no hyenas. So we run back there. And first you hear the fluttering of the gargoyle wings, you know, and you know. And you just look straight ahead and you go, oh God. Close your eyes. Oh God, oh God, oh God, not again. Oh my God, not again. And then you got to turn quickly. You know, you can't contemplate very long. You got to turn quickly, jerk around. You run back to her because she's back there somewhere. Oh my God, honey, what happened? Did that bad man push you? You know, because you got to help her save face a little bit. I mean, the only other guy is 35 feet away. He's walking the other direction, you know, and he freaking pushed her. Maybe a pigeon pushed her, you know. That's it. But you got to help her save face. And you go, oh God, honey, are you okay? Oh God. And if you're a real chump, you kneel down in the little puddle that she's in, and you pick her head up and hold her head in your arms, and you brush away, this is the flattened cigarette butt that's stuck to her cheek and shit like that. And you say, "Oh, baby, what happened? I'm so sorry. It's okay." And she's blowing bloody she's blowing bloody bubbles, It's okay. It hardly hurts at all. You want to go to the hospital? I don't know. I think I'll be able to open my eyes in a few minutes, because they're swollen shut already. How the hell they do that? And you ask her if she wants to get up, and she's going, "Give me a minute, I just got to collect myself." But this time you got a crowd, because some of the cars have stopped, Some of them are still running over the shit from her purse. But some of them stopped, and some pedestrians have come, and, her skirt is up around her neck. Panties are half down. And she's all wet and, wet stuff stuck to her legs and little scrapes and contusions. And then the selfies start, effing assholes. I almost said that bad thing that censors don't like. Assholes. I can say that, I'm pretty sure. And pretty soon you got a line, you got like a queue, because there's so many of them. Little selfie paparazzi, All these guys are lining up, squatting down next to her, getting selfie and group photos and shit like that, and smiling, kind of. And you could tell them F off, but hell, there's 19 of them, and there's one of you. You don't want to risk a brawl. And she doesn't see him yet, because her eyes are swollen shut. So you just don't mention it. You don't say, hey, baby, there's 19 guys taking pictures of your wet crotch, You want me to stop them? What's she going to say? She's going to, "Yeah, asshole, go die for me." So you just don't bring it up. She'll see them, eventually on Facebook or something. She'll see the pictures. You'll say, "God, I don't know. I was right there. I didn't see those guys. What the hell? Oh, man, I would have killed them. I would have killed every one of them. Oh, Jesus. God. But you just let it go. And what you can do at this point, now, if you're an opportunist son of a bitch, and God help you if you are, asshole, you just lay her down gently. You bunch up her purse. I mean, not her purse, her dress, because it's up around her neck. Anyway, you bunch that up a little bit. You make a little pillow out of that, and you lay her down on that, so her head, she's not actually in the puddle, And you get up quietly, and you go to the guy. You say, "Hey, guys, come on, you got to stop that. That's really unseemly. Come on, this is my girlfriend. This is my wife. The little woman, mother of my cat, for God's sake. You got to stop this selfish shit." And the guys are like, "Yeah, man, okay, I know. It's pretty obscene, I mean, we're kind of sorry a little bit, but look at the photo of, look at this, and you walk back and you look at it from their perspective. Oh my God, it's you're wishing you had your DSLR, and they are too. And you say, guys, look, okay. She's going to have some medical bills, She's going to need some help, because I don't have a lot of money, So the least you little assholes can do is, you want a selfie? $5. Or quantity discount, Videos more. What do you want? What do you want? Cash only. No cards. And they're like, okay, well, that's okay because, we want to help her out. Beautiful girl, by the way. At least, she was a few minutes ago. They can put those teeth back in, we're pretty sure. Don't worry about it. But it's going to cost money. So, yeah, we'll go the $5. Come on, guys. And everybody opens their wallet, and the cash just flows in. I made $320 on that one time. Space of, 7, 8 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty damn cool. And she never knew a thing. I suppose years later, she found the pictures on Instagram or something. I don't know. She's long gone by then. So, you help her get up after a while. Make sure that guys are gone, Nobody's dangling 5s and 10s and 20s out there. Once that op is gone, you help her up. And you collect the purse, those soggy tampons, laying in the puddle, stuff like that. You shove them back in that black hole of a bag. And you help her hobble over, one shoe's gone. What the hell happened to that thing? Maybe some dog got it. You don't know. Some car tire kicked it up, it's somewhere went down the storm gutter. You don't know where the hell it is. So she's hobbling on stupid girl shoes on one foot, shoe, singular shoe. And you help her over the sidewalk. And then, you gotta take her to the doctor and maybe a suture or two. I mean, you can do that at home, for God's sake. But she said, no. I ain't no damn horse, Gotta go to the real doctor. And he's like, oh, shit. Okay. And then you got medical bills, and then she looks like crap for a month, And then she'll find some way to blame you. You were walking too fast, asshole. You shouldn't have even crossed the street there. There was a cigarette butt, asshole. Hell. So it's bad all the way around. There's really no upside to it. Now, I told you in the beginning, you gotta think this through before it happens, because when it happens, and it will, you gotta know what to do instantly, because there's no time. There's no time to stand there and contemplate. Let's see, I run back. Oh, baby, what happened? Or option B, you bolt. You bolt, because that's nature's way anyway. In the Serengeti, that's what you do. You'd save yourself, right? So that's kind of our instinct. It's like, well, it was fun. Last 23 years, it's okay. But now the hyena's got you, baby. And I'm really sorry. I'll see you next time around, and you're gone back to the cave. So in the early days when this happened to me, I would go back, oh baby, what happened? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'll kill that bad man. And as I got older, and this happened more and more, now, not all girls fall down. There's a certain type of girl that falls down, and they know who they are because they've been falling down all the damn life. I'm not going to say who it is, but they know who they are. You know who you are. And we know. Well, I mean, we older guys, experienced guys, we know. And we just avoid you now. We see you coming. And we just never meet because we know better. So as I got older, I changed my thinking on this. And now my strategy is I go back, make sure she's at least semi-conscious. Make sure she can mumble a few mostly coherent words, like hospital. Okay, she can say that. Hell, she's good. She's good to go. So you take a 20 and slip it into her bra. You say, taxi. And she, huh? Huh? Okay, but the message gets across, and before she can object, you're gone. And, like in one particular case, we were headed to the mall. The mall was a block away. It goes down. I think, oh, shut. Gee, God. 2 blocks. That was really too far on a flat sidewalk. 2 blocks. Come on, lady. Well, yeah, it's too far. So, yeah, slip in the 20. You keep one handy in your pocket for these situations. Like jeans, they have that little secret pocket next to the big pocket. You keep a 20 in there all the time. And so you go back and you say, "Oh, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go get some help, honey. Okay, you just stay right there. Cars will go around you. Don't worry." Okay, I love you. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much, baby. It'll be okay. I just gonna get some help. I'll be right back. And you go. Now, in this one case, I made the mistake. And you live and you learn. And I learned. I just continued on to the mall we were headed for, a block away, and I went inside. I went to the main doors, and I just glanced back to see if there was any commotion back there, emergency lights or anything like that, crowd or anything. And there was nothing. There's nothing going on. What the hell? What the hell? They got her already? Man, that's good 911 service in this city. Wow. No. The Raging Bull was hoofing it on down the sidewalk towards the mall. Stupid me, she spotted me. I thought, oh, son of a bitch. I sort of panicked. What I should have done is I should have run out, because she can't go very fast. She's got like a broken ankle or something like that already. How fast can she go? I should have just backed on out of the mall doors and went some random direction. I could have sprinted through some back alleys and shit like that. She never would have found me. But I, kind of a dumbass, and I went into the mall. I thought, she'd never find me in the mall. And I found a little coffee shop not too far from the entrance, and I just sat there. I went in the back, by a big old fake plant, and I ordered a latte or some damn thing. And I thought, I'll just sit back here. And she'll look around a little bit, and then, the security will throw her out, because they don't want the blood all over the tiles, People will yell at her because she looks homeless and shit like that, And they'll just throw her out, and then you give it good measure, 20, 30 minutes, and just finish your latte, and then you just go home, That was my plan. Man, she hit those doors. Didn't wait for them to slide open. Kaboom! You can derail those doors. And maybe they're built that way in case of emergencies. You hit them hard enough, if you're a buffalo, you hit those doors, they're going to pop off. And you come right on in. And they did. And everybody's horrified, and people are grabbing their kids like, oh my God. And she's snorting and, stamping that one foot. And smoke is shooting out of her ears and shit like that. It was ugly. And I pulled that little fake planter thing a little more in front of me. And she's bellows out. Honey! She's still using that. I don't know why. And Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, cloven hooves, clickety-clack, down through the mall. And she disappeared somewhere. I don't know where the hell she thought. She probably went to the shop we were originally going to. So that was my only one instant of brilliance. I didn't go to that shop, And she probably went there. And I just, slipped out the back jack, set myself free. So once she's gone out of sight inside the mall, I went the other way. Found my car, went home. Back in the garage, I had a for sale sign. I ran out, pounded that into the yard, and closed all the curtains and turned out all the lights and hid the car, walk away. Figured, eventually, that day or after she got sutured up, or something like that, eventually she's going to show up there. And kind of look around, maybe bang on the window, something like that. Of course, you block her, you block her. I did that, sipping the latte, you block her. You block everything you got, And the reason you do this, guys, is because it's going to happen again. This is not a one-off. They don't do this one time. This is a pattern. And you just get yourself gone. Find another one of a different type. And some of them can go for years without falling down. So sometimes you get, 2, 3, 4 years maybe before they go down. And those can be happy times. But you will survive. The chupacabras didn't get you. Aliens didn't get you. Nothing got you. And she probably wasn't really working out all that well anyway. Think about it critically, So that's kind of a win-win. And, you don't send any cards, nothing like that. On your Facebook page, you get one of those black deceased things, in case she gets another account. She comes and looks at your Facebook. You're deceased. You could say something like, this guy killed himself because he had such horrendous remorse about leaving his girlfriend in that puddle in the crosswalk that, he just had to off himself. He's gone now. And if she's at least a little bit gullible, it's another trait that God programs in, and she'll just believe that, and that'll be the end of that, Everything's good. Okay, so this is the first episode in our YouTube channel. We don't have any other episodes that are YouTube suitable because they're nasty and vulgar, crude. So we're making a special effort to clean some of our stories up, and we'll put them on YouTube if you like them. If you want more stories, oh God, I hate guys who do this. You watch these YouTube things, and the guys are 4 seconds into their spiel, and they're like, be sure to hit that like, be sure to subscribe. Well, how do you know if you want to subscribe, for God's sake? You haven't said anything yet, asshole. Maybe you're a moron. I'm not going to subscribe, and then it turns out you're a freaking moron, and then I got to unsubscribe? Shit. So if you got to do this big thing, everybody says you have to. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I can make stuff. I cannot sell stuff. I can just make stuff. That's all. They say you got to do this begging shit. Please, please subscribe to our channel. Well, the problem is it's true, because if nobody subscribes, then the people who create stuff for you. They just stop creating stuff. They go away. They go do other things. So I don't know. I subscribe to a number of YouTube channels, you know. I never thought in this lifetime I would ever ask people to subscribe to my channel, please. Oh, please, I'm begging. Shit. I loathe that stuff. Anyway, if you don't, then won't be any more stories. And if you're okay with that, then don't subscribe. Make us go away. We will. Into the ether. This channel is called the Eclectic channel. It's not, you got to pronounce it correctly. See, it's like people go around, they say, etc. No, it's not etc. It's etc. This is not eclectic, it's eclectic. It means many and varied. It means all kinds of crazy damn shit. And that's what we're going to do with this YouTube channel, because we cannot be confined to one genre of stuff. So we're going to do all kinds of just whatever material we've got, we're going to do it. We're going to pack it all into this one channel, the eclectic channel. And this is the repository of all our stuff. That's not aliens, and it's not how to retire in Southeast Asia. We got a whole series of podcasts on that. Some snippets of that material will end up in this channel. We'll clean it up, take out the F-bombs and stuff like that, and the sexual content, and other objectionable things. We'll take it all out, and some of that stuff will end up redone on this channel. But so this channel is just for everything. It's for every crazy idea we ever had and ever will have. That's where it's going, right here on this channel. And there you go. Subscribe. But only if you like it, and only if you want to see more eclectic, crazy shit. If you don't genuinely feel like you want to subscribe, we don't want you to. All right. Thank you very much. Good evening. Where's my camera? 1, 2. We got 3 cameras. Hell, I think this one's active. Good evening and good night.